The art of war, Sun Tzu. There is a war being waged every single day. It doesn't happen on the battlefield, behind the scenes at work, in personal conflicts, and in the decisions we have to make in silence. Those who don't understand the rules of this war end up constantly reacting instead of leading. The Art of War by Sun Tzu isn't just a book about battles. A treatise on how to win in life using strategy, intelligence, and emotional control. Book. Presentation. Written over 2,500 years ago, between the 5th and 3rd centuries BC, The Art of War has influenced emperors, generals, and political leaders. But in recent times, it has become essential reading for CEOs, strategists, investors, and everyday people who realized a powerful truth. Instead of reacting to challenges, it's possible to dominate life's battlefield with clarity and calm. This summary goes far beyond famous quotes. Here we'll extract the true essence of Sun Tzu's thought, applied to your world, your career, your decisions. Lesson 1. Win in the mind before any battle begins. Sun Tzu starts by saying, warfare is of vital importance to the state. He doesn't see war as something destructive, but as the ultimate test of strategy. For him, the outcome of any battle, whether military or personal, can be predicted before the first strike. How? By mastering 5 essential pillars. The way, harmony between leader and followers. When there is mutual trust, the group moves with conviction, even in the face of danger. This applies to a team, a company, even a family. Timing. Being right isn't enough. It's essential to act at the right moment. Forcing decisions out of season is like planting at the wrong time. Terrain. Knowing the environment, conditions, obstacles, and natural advantages is essential. The same project can succeed or fail depending on the ground it's built on. Command. The ideal general is righteous, humane, disciplined, courageous, and wise. To lead is to serve with authority. And clarity, doctrine, rules, hierarchy, and organization. Without these, there's noise, chaos, disorientation. No group wins if everyone plays their own game. When these 5 elements are thoroughly assessed, improvisation is eliminated, and anyone who enters a war by improvising has already lost. Lesson 2. A prolonged victory weakens even the winner. One of Sun Tzu's most powerful warnings is about the cost of dragging out a conflict. He states, even if you are winning, prolonging the war weakens the army. Any long battle drains resources, not just physical, but mental. Tired troops, scarce supplies, and low morale. Now think about your life's projects. That job you should have finished months ago. That relationship you insist on maintaining even though it's clearly exhausted. The loose ends you keep pushing off because you're afraid to close the chapter. A long war is synonymous with exhaustion. True victory comes with clarity and objectivity. Lesson 3. The highest form of mastery is to win without fighting. Sun Tzu teaches that the peak of strategic skill is to win without having to engage in direct combat. It means defeating the enemy in the mind, behind the scenes, in the planning phase. Before attacking soldiers, destroy the enemy's plans. Before surrounding cities, dismantle the alliances that protect them. Before confronting directly, exhaust the other side's options. It's better to preserve than to destroy. Intelligent victory doesn't wound, doesn't wear out, doesn't draw attention. It simply happens, silently and decisively. To dominate is to lead, and to lead is to foresee, not to react. Lesson 4. Know yourself, know your enemy, and you will never be defeated. This may be Sun Tzu's most quoted advice, but few understand its depth. To know the enemy is to study their motives, weaknesses, patterns, but knowing yourself is much harder. It requires humility, analysis, awareness. Those who know themselves know what to let go of, where their pride lies, how far they can go without losing themselves. Those who don't know themselves shoot in the dark, and shooting in the dark is a waste of ammo. The art of war is, above all, the art of self-mastery. Optimized Insights. Part 1. Every war is won before it begins, through planning, not combat. Leadership is emotional connection, combined with rational authority. Strategy is more powerful than force. Subtlety defeats shouting. Wrong timing ruins even the best decision. The wisest victory is the one that spares all sides. Long wars are poisonous, even when won. A motivated army follows its leader to the end. A faithless group scatters in the wind. Terrain knowledge is invisible advantage. You don't enter combat to see what happens. You enter to execute a decision already made. The true general conquers before marching. Lesson 5. Invincibility is not a power. It's a state of preparedness. Sun Tzu doesn't promise magic formulas. What he offers is discipline. He writes, "To be invincible is to be prepared. To be vulnerable is to rely on chance." Being invincible isn't about controlling others. It's about mastering everything that depends on you. Preparation means studying the terrain, evaluating your own resources, knowing when to retreat, and advancing when no one expects it. While many believe that winning means taking bold risks, Sun Tzu teaches that victory lies in not relying on luck. A prepared army never needs to prove its strength. Victory happens naturally. A prepared professional doesn't compete. They are chosen. A prepared mind doesn't need to argue. It leads the conversation. Lesson 6. Order creates strength. Disorder reveals weaknesses. Chaos is the greatest ally of failure. A disorganized army collapses at the first scare. A team without method breaks down at the first mistake. Sun Tzu states, "Organization is the foundation of victory. Making many as efficient as few is simply a matter of method." Tactical discipline begins in the invisible details. How you wake up, how you respond to challenges, how you care for your mind. The strength of a leader is not in shouting, but in well-placed silence, clear commands, and the ability to keep the team united even under pressure. Lesson 7. Attack where the enemy least expects. Defend where he underestimates you. The element of surprise is one of war's deadliest weapons. Sun Tzu says, "Victory belongs to the one who adapts, who appears where he is not expected and vanishes where he is sought." In today's world, this means thinking outside the box. While everyone does the obvious, the strategist chooses the counterintuitive. If everyone is competing for the same space, he changes the game. If confrontation is expected, he offers negotiation. If weakness is anticipated, he responds with silence. To dominate is to stay hidden until revelation becomes inevitable. Optimized Insights. Silent preparation is more powerful than impulsive bravery. Order creates power. Disorder creates doubt. Adapt like water, soft in form, strong in impact. Surprise is the edge of the invisible over the visible. A disciplined army withstands chaos. A clear leader pacifies instability. The unexpected defeats the probable. Moving unnoticed is better than arriving first. The most dangerous enemy is the one you underestimate. Everything is a battlefield. Environment, timing, emotions. Control is anticipation, not reaction. Lesson 8. Control the heart of the troops and the enemy won't stand a chance. Sun Tzu teaches that commanding an army is like leading a single man. He warns, when there is unrest among the soldiers, the general has already lost his authority. This is a crucial lesson for any leader. When the group starts acting on impulse, it's a sign the leader has lost the pulse of trust. It's not enough to give orders. You must inspire. Commanding through force isn't enough. You must lead with clarity. Discipline without first winning hearts is a recipe for rebellion. All leadership is at its core, an exercise in listening, observing, and anticipating. Lesson 9. Wars are won behind the scenes, with fire or with spies. At the end of the book, Sun Tzu talks about the use of spies, sabotage, and silent anticipation. This is perhaps the most advanced lesson. True war is not won with weapons, but with information. Those who control information decide the timing, the place, and even the narrative of the battle. Today, that means studying. It means analyzing people, contexts, and patterns. It means having more questions than certainties. It means seeming slow to strike fast. Optimized insights. End of part. You can't command troops if you can't govern your own silence. Sharp mind defeats brute strength. A good leader prevents crises, not just reacts to them. Intelligence is preemptive action, not emotional response. Predictability is weakness. Controlled confusion is strategy. Information is more valuable than weapons. To lead is to protect, not to punish. Loyal troops die for leaders who inspire, not for those who impose. If the enemy is strong, weaken his mind. If the enemy is weak, confuse his eyes. War begins with words and ends with intentions. True victory is silent, precise, and inevitable. If this content sparked new ways of thinking in you, it's because your mind is ready to lead, even if the world doesn't know it yet. So keep walking this path. Subscribe now to the Otimizado channel, turn on the bell, and leave your like. Here you'll learn how to win with wisdom, not luck.